How you going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We're going to be doing some LILLIA commentary today in a very high elo game. This is a challenger lobby, so you've got players like BZ in there, the ZOTP streamer on my team, and you've got players like Sheo, which is Team Heretics jungler in the LEC on the enemy team as Herald. So I got to play against Sheo this game, which I thought was like a good game to kind of display how you really want to play LILLIA against high level opponents, or even just how you want to play LILLIA in general, how you really snowball a lead and how you generate a lead in the first place. So starting off with this game, I just did a standard full clear. LILLIA really isn't like Volibear. She isn't like that where you want to risk a lot to get some early lead. LILLIA is more of a layback, farm all your camps, get a lead that way, like play tempo correctly, and that's how you generate your lead. So you don't actively generate your lead, you passively generate your lead. That's how I like to describe it. After Raptors here, the reason why I choose to go red is just because I've noticed my clear isn't the best. Like I'm kind of slow on this clear, so I'm like, okay, I'd rather just do red clear into Krugs, and then I can like kind of measure where the Hecarim is, and I can make my decision. Also, if you look here, I want to be around my bot lane when Hecarim finishes his clear, right? Because my bot lane is so far pushed up, so if I was to do Krugs then red, I would be further away from my bot lane, so I wouldn't be able to help them if they needed it. So that's kind of the real reason why I went for it. Here I'm thinking about Scuttle Crab already, so I see Hecarim top lane, which means I can safely pop into Scuttle Crab. Right now I'm thinking, can I look for a cross map on bot lane, which I can't, right, because I panned over and saw that. So just take the Scuttle Crab and I'm happy with that. Remember on LILLIA, when you get like after one or two backs, you can kind of do double clear on your camps. So here it's like just making sure it's a more efficient, my clear is more efficient, so I have more time to make a play at the end of the rotation, right? Here I see Hecarim bot, and I look at my own Raptors. My own Raptors are up, right? Which means Hecarim's Raptors should be up, because he and I throughout this game have kind of been mirroring each other's clears. Like we've been, I've been going bot, he's been going top. So when my Raptor's up, it should mean that his Raptors are up, right? So I know here it's going to be a free invade. Even though my Z recalled here, I'm not really under much threat, right? Because Hecarim just died, so I have the time to go for this. And also here I see Ziggs is overextended. He's like very disrespectful here, right? So I can just come mid and make his play. On LILLIA, remember, you don't have to go for these flashy big ults you see here. This is just a textbook technical one-man LILLIA ult. Get the slow on him, and then I get his flash. So I get his flash for free there. Super happy. Ziggs, the next time Ziggs walks up like that, it's a guaranteed kill, right? So even though I blow my ult there, it's a very textbook play that just completely denies Ziggs any ability to play up in the near future. Otherwise, I just get a free kill, right? So those plays like that is what really separates a good LILLIA from a bad LILLIA, in my opinion. Because bad LILLIAs would be like, oh, there's no kill there, I won't go look for it because my Zed's not there to follow, right? But good LILLIA players see that that's an opportunity to blow a flash. So in the ensuing fights, you have a much easier time. And also you might be wondering, oh, but isn't it bad that you don't have your flash, you don't have your ult to play for in the next 2 minutes? Well, the one thing you need to look at is that if you see right now, the timer for Grubs is in 90 seconds. My ult is going to be up right in time for Grubs. So the reason why I fished for that play there as well is because I know that I'll have it back up for Grubs, and it's the last possible time I can use my ult before Grubs. Otherwise, I'll be using it and I won't have it in time for Grubs, right? So that play was actually a perfect play there, because not only did it generate my mid lane the lead, it took away Ziggs' ability to fight later on in the Grubs fight. It also meant that I could have my ult up for the Grubs fight. So I pretty much got all of that entirely that I just talked about for free. Here to open for Grubs, it's obvious. I just want to open for mid, get mid control, and then seep into Grubs. So you can see me here, ping my support to move with me. So that's one thing I hate when I do a lot of coaching. If you want coaching, you hit me up on Discord. And one thing that people always fail to do is communicate with their team how they want to play the game. When you're playing LILLIA, you need to be the one directing the traffic. So here you can see I'm directing my Karma to move mid, and my Karma is answering, saying she will move mid, right, with her pings. And just playing like that. Now here you'll see that I'm hovering. Hecarim, I don't think this chunk is good for Hecarim because he just wastes the Ziggs ult, right? But they do get some poke damage on me, which is not the best. But if you look at the bot state, I should have bot lane first move. And I'm pinging for it, right? Because my Karma's shoving the wave. So you see here my bot lane just moves this too. BZ, the Z, gets the kill. So it just makes this fight very easy to play. So it's a good solo kill by my mid laner. But why can my mid laner do this? So why is he allowed to get the solo kill? Because I'm there to hover. So remember, every time you want to play for an objective, you need to be mid lane first. It might look like I was doing nothing there mid lane, but I was there the entire time. Ziggs could not walk up, and I was there to get the prior. I was there to support my mid laner, and just made the fight very easy to play. So you see here, this might look like a weird ult because I'm just ulting like that, right? But the entire purpose for me ulting like this is to make sure that I get Hecarim's ult, right? Hecarim's ult is bigger than my ult in this fight because they're coming from different angles, right? And Hecarim is also stronger than me right now. Like, Hecarim already has one item, whereas I don't even have my Leandry's yet, right? So I want to burn my ult for his ult because it's just very, very worth. And you can see here, I play this fight very well. I'm perma-marking the Azir here, and I don't really give up on the chase. I see Azir as a free kill. I E him, and literally can't walk up for the Azir, and I Q, auto, a little sweet little W, and we kill this guy as well with my Q. You already know, hit all the sweet spots. One thing you'll notice from that fight is that I autoed a lot. So you would see in between my combos, I seeped in a lot of auto attacks there, which I think LILLIA players in general don't do well enough. In LILLIA, outside of hitting all your sweet spots, you need to make sure you weave in autos in between your combos. I talked about this in my LILLIA guide, but it's extremely, extremely important. I just want to mention it here again. After you hit your W and after you hit your Q, after you hit your E, between every single spell, you should try to weave in an auto attack, right? Always try to weave in auto attacks. And once you master this trick on LILLIA, you get much, much better on this champion. Like, auto attacks are just so fundamental to you being able to stack your Conqueror and just being able to do damage in general. Okay, so if you look here, I have my my Karma and Aurora are trying to fight here, right? And I see a good angle just to get like a fish for something here because I'm fully stacked. You can see I've got 4 stacks. I have 2-man stepped. I'm like, nah, I'm not going to ult because we're too far to follow up on them, right? So I ult on the person we can follow up on, which is the Ziggs. My Aurora follows up well. And I still have the DC. I still have my 4 stacks up. I'm never dropping them. I'm always making sure I'm getting them. I hit the sweet spot there, and I keep auto attacking. You'll see I keep auto attacking. Do you see my auto attacks? I keep weaving in the auto attacks. Lulu is tilted, which makes sense. He's playing against the best LILLIA in Europe. After Yike is better than me. Just kidding. So you would see in that fight, I didn't really panic use my ult. Even though I could have gotten a 2-man ult, I didn't like the 2-man ult. Why? Because my team wasn't there to follow up. So I took the more intelligent play. I 1-man ulted the Ziggs, even though that Ziggs is 0 and 3 and looks a complete noob to ult him, right? Once you take one person out of the fights become much easier. So you don't have to go for these big flashy ults on LILLIA. You can see I've played very, very basic against an extremely, extremely high level player, and I've gone and it's the perfect play. Never go for big ults. Only go for big ults if you're super far behind. But small picks with your ult is what gets you. It's what makes you a good LILLIA player. That's obviously a good E by your boy. Come on. But that's a very, very important fundamental. Okay, straight off the base and the full clear. I see my Zed is fighting top lane. I see my Zed is fighting top lane, and I'm like, okay, I can do something here. So you see here, I'm not losing any of my stacks. Like, I'm trying to kite my camps as close to 0 as I can. So I walk in here. Azir doesn't know I'm here, because why would I be here, right, from his perspective? And I just look for a play on this guy. See, I'm trying to keep my stacks as well as I can. Obviously, I lost them when walking all the way here, but I'm trying to get them on the minions, which is something very important on LILLIA. I've seen most people not do. And I ult the Azir there. I might seem like a noob ult to ult when the Azir is seemingly dead. But the truth is, I'm so far ahead. I'm 5 and 0. There's just no reason to flip it. Like, look at Zed's HP right now. He's not high either, and he has a bounty, I have a bounty. There's no reason to flip it. Just always, when you're playing LILLIA, it's all about making the safe play, because it's a smart play, and making sure you're always keeping your stacks up and you're farming your camps all the time. So you can see here, I'm 157 CS at 90 minutes. It's around 8.5 CS a minute, right? Or 8 CS a minute, which is kind of where you want to aim at as a jungler when you're playing LILLIA and stuff like this. Obviously, if you get 10 CS a minute, it's perfect. But as you can see here, this game, if you're really a good LILLIA player, you need to keep your stacks. And obviously, I just get the kill on Sheo here because I'm so strong. I'm already 2 items, right? I even bought the Swifty boots here because I know it's a Hecarim. So I need to kind of generate some sort of movement speed against him. So outside of my stacks, I made it easier for myself just to buy the Swifty boots so I could kite him. And I could weave in and out of Ziggs abilities easier so I don't get hit by them as much, as easy, you know? Obviously, I don't know what Witness Azir is doing. This guy's the best Azir in Europe, but I'm not sure what the hell that play was. I think he wasn't sure what he was cooking there. And I just get the second Herald crash. And here in this fight, I'm thinking right now that I just need to survive as long as possible because my my passive and my Rift Maker is non-stop healing me, right? So I'm actually never nervous that I'm going to die there. Even though I'm super low, because I know I've got Conqueror stacked, I know I've got Rift Maker, I know I've got my passive, I know I'm completely fine this entire time. Just about knowing your limits on the champion, and it comes from experience. Also, having a Karma doesn't hurt either. And you can see here, I'm trying to land as many spells as I can. I only throw my W when he's snared, because your W is so important in one-shotting people and doing damage. You only really want to throw your W when it's snared. And here I just look for a Q flash on the LILLIA. I don't think that was a good play, to be honest, because the LILLIA was kind of not worth my flash, right? It's better I keep my flash to live or something down the line. Okay, so here we're setting up the dragon. You see, I'm doing my camps because I want to stack my passive and I don't want to show where I am. So I'm coming into this fight with 4 stacks already, which is good news. So I can just kind of do whatever I want. Like, they can't really do anything with me because I'm not still enough for the soldiers to hit me, right? And I still have 4 stacks here. You can see I had 4 stacks to begin the fight. And I still have 4 stacks. And you can see how useful it's going to be in catching these members down. So you can see I'm so quick because of my 4 stacks and my blue smite that I just run down everyone on their team. And we win the Drake fight easy. Honestly though, I don't think that fight played super well. I mean, I was super useful, but I was just kind of there as a damage dealer. Like, I didn't even need to ult there. I just had 4 stacks and ran around and killed everyone. That's kind of how you play LILLIA. Just get your stacks, run around, nuke people. Okay, so we've gone to the game where I want to start looking at setting up the Baron, right? We see Azir bot, so I know this is a favorable fight because Azir is the strongest member on the team. I tried to land my W when the Hecarim is snared, but unfortunately I'm too slow in chaining my combos, which is, you know, no sweat. I just keep chasing them because I have Swifty Boots, and as you can see again, I have 4 stacks. And I'm just nuking all of them. I'm just doing a lot of damage. And we just pretty much, when you want to set up the Baron, you're just taking away their vision and waiting for them to make a mistake. You never really want to start it unless you're very confident you're going to secure it with your W smite on LILLIA, which is, I guess, fine. But usually you just want to wait for them. You want to get the vision. They run in to try to retake vision because they get nervous and anxious because they're not sure if you're on it or not. You kill them, and then you get the Baron. So right after the Baron, I open mid. Still have 1.8k gold because I'm completely fed as hell. You would see I actually opted in for the Zhonya's third here instead of anything else, and that was a clean W Zhonya's combo I did. You know, as I said, I'm kind of looking for one-touch here, looking for some one-touch gameplay there. So that W Zhonya's on LILLIA is kind of one combo I feel like most people don't do enough, but I think it's so OP in fights. Like, just being able to land your W there, because people will stand still thinking they're going to kill you, but you Zhonya's mid W, get the W Zhonya's off and one-shot them. Like, it's such a good mechanic to know. You see my first and only death of the game. It's just a bit of a limit testing. I think I'm him here. Yep. Was quick to realize why Witness Azir is the best Azir on the server. Yep. He kind of cooked me. I ain't gonna lie, boys. I got cooked. Okay, just to show the end of the game here. Again, I'm stacking my passive. You see, I don't play until I have 4 stacks of passive. Here I have 4 stacks of passive, so I have my license to play. I know I've got Zhonya's up, so I can play a bit more aggressive here. I don't actually play mechanically well this fight. It's kind of whatever. But I do get the Q on free, and I Zhonya's Den ult. The reason why I Zhonya's Den ult is because I'm not sure if I can live if I ult then Zhonya's, right? So just Zhonya's Den ult, I know it's not going to hurt me too much, right? And we just aced him. So I had the free band sleep there. Not too shabby. You know, I had to have one good multi-man sleep this game. But don't let that sleep kind of distract you from the main takeaways of this video. It's that even against a world-class player here, you can see that I won just off the 3 fundamentals of LILLIA. Stacking my passive, being patient, you know, getting these passively, and not being afraid to go for one-man ult. Now here is the post-game. You can see your boy completely stomped and carried here. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, hit the subscribe button. This was a very fun game to play against a high-level opponent, so I really appreciate you guys for watching it. This is the second time I'm trying this video format, so if you do have any opinions, please do let me know in the comments, because it does help a lot in improving this content. I love you all, and peace. We're out of here.